guys, my name is Bernice and welcome to At Home with Bernice. In today's video, I wanted to show you another really great recipe, kind of a pretty popular recipe in the Latino community. It's called pambazo and it's kind of like a torta sandwich. I don't know if you're familiar with a torta. And we make our pambazos with all sorts of toppings that you put inside of them. Almost like a torta sandwich. I like to make mine with chorizo and potatoes, and I will go ahead and show you how that looks. The concept is a little different, almost like a wet burrito, but this would be almost like a wet torta. So I'm very excited to show you what that looks like and the way I make my pambazos and the toppings that I put inside. I hope you will enjoy my video. If you are new to my channel, I would love to have you go ahead and press that subscribe button down at the bottom for more great videos, organizational videos, and or recipes that I often upload. Thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and start with all our ingredients. Remember, a lot of these ingredients are optional. You can select whatever type of toppings that you want. So let's go ahead and show you the ingredients that I make mine with. Thank you guys so much, and let's go ahead and get started. And I'm using 8 guajillo chilies, and they're like the dried chilies. And you can pretty much find them at any Hispanic market. I'm using about 8 of these. 1 pasilla pepper, and this is once again the dried pasilla pepper, and this one has a stem which I'm going to go ahead and remove. We just want to do one of those. Okay, and then I'm going to use about, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 potatoes. And the reason why I'm going to use so many for this dish is because these are really small potatoes. I like to use the white rose potatoes or the golden potatoes, and this time the white rose potatoes were really small, so we're gonna go ahead and use 10. So these are the small little potatoes, but you can find bigger rose potatoes or the golden potatoes that you can use, or any potatoes of your choice pretty much. And you want to use about 5 of the bigger ones, 5 of like the medium sized ones, not 5 of the big large russet potatoes, but 5 of the medium ones should do. I'm going to use about 2 pounds of chorizo, or you can find longaniza, whichever one you can find at your local market. If you can't find the one with the casing, you can also purchase the just the loose one, the one that's out of the casing. But I'm using pork chorizo. This is probably the one I would recommend the most, but if you would like, you can try the beef, or they also have like chicken chorizo now, so whichever you can find, but normally traditionally you would use the pork. I'm also going to use 5 serrano chiles, and I'm also going to use just a few tomatillos. This is what they look like in the store with like the little husk, and you want to peel them, and this is what they would look like without the husk. I'm going to use half of an onion, but you can definitely use whatever amount you want if you don't like onion too much, but I'm going to use half of an onion for this dish. And I'm going to use 1 Roma tomato. Sorry about the camera, guys, it takes a few seconds there to focus. And then this is the type of bread that you want to use for your pambazos. This is called a telera. It's kind of like a bolillo, but it's a little bit flatter at the top, and then it kind of looks flat. Well, it is flatter at the bottom there. Just makes it easier to cut, and almost like, well, actually they have these at Costco, I believe. I've seen them at Costco, so called a torta bread or a telera. And you want to use as many breads obviously as you're serving. I'm going to be making this for a family of about 6, so you want to adjust the quantity accordingly, and I'm going to use 6 of these telera breads or telera rolls. These are some of the ingredients that I'm going to be using for the toppings for my pambazos, in addition to a green salsa that I'm going to teach you how to make. So I'm using queso fresco, and I just pretty much crumbled it up. I'm also using just lettuce, some shredded lettuce, and then you can use sour cream. I'm using a Mexican sour cream, which is a little bit less thick, I would say, than the average sour cream. So these are just some of the toppings. It's your choice what you want to use. If you want to use cabbage instead of lettuce, or maybe another type of cheese or sour cream. Okay, and then in another pan, or excuse me, another pot, we're gonna go ahead and be dropping in our potatoes. We're gonna go ahead and boil these until they're tender when you poke them with a fork. Okay, and then in a small pot, we're gonna go ahead and add our tomatillos, our green chilies, and our tomato. And we're gonna boil these for about 10 to 15 minutes, or until our chilies, our serrano chilies, have turned into a more duller green, and our tomatillos are also more of a duller green. After about 10 minutes, this is what our salsa is going to look like. The tomatillos have already changed color, so have the serrano peppers, and then the tomato has started to peel, or the skin has started to peel or come off. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this off at this point, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend. Your tomatillos, serrano chilies, and your tomato. And I'm gonna go ahead and add another garlic clove and a little bit of salt. Now we're gonna go ahead and blend. And I'm going to pour this into a bowl. Okay, and then we're gonna go, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a pan, and I'm not gonna add any grease to my pan. It's just no grease, and I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my chorizo. I've removed the casing from it, so this is what it looks like without the casing. The casing's pretty easy to remove. And we're just gonna go ahead and cook this down. To the blender, I'm going to add my guajillo peppers that have been soaking in water. It's actually hot water to make them soft, along with my pasilla pepper, which I've removed the stem, and I'm just adding it whole without soaking it prior in water. Also, I will add half of an onion, 1 garlic clove, salt, and about half of the blender with water, and then I'm going to blend. And after your sauce is well blended, we're gonna go ahead and strain it onto a bowl. Once your potatoes are already cooked, we're gonna go ahead and add them to our chorizo, which has already been cooking, and you know it's already ready when it starts releasing all of its grease. As you can see, most of it has been released. So we're gonna go ahead and grab a potato masher, and we're gonna mash our potatoes into our chorizo. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my potatoes. And with my potato masher, I'm just going to mash them in. Okay, and then I've gone ahead and mashed my potatoes and combined it with my chorizo. As you can see, there's still bits of potato in there, and that's how I like it. I don't like it to be completely mush. So leave a little bit of texture if that's your preference. And in a pan, I'm just gonna add some canola oil. This is where I'm gonna be making or frying my pambazos. And to your bread, you're gonna grab a serrated knife, and we're gonna go ahead and just slice it in the middle. And we're gonna go ahead and keep it closed like that. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with one bread at a time, and you just wanna drench it in the sauce, and you wanna keep the bread closed. We sliced it, but you wanna keep it closed. Okay, and then for your pambazos, once you have it already toasted on one side, you want to turn it around and let it cook on the other side, or toast on the other side. We can add a little bit more sauce. And now we get to put yummy goodness inside of it. I'm going to add the chorizo with the potatoes, the shredded lettuce, the queso fresco, the sour cream, and my salsa. And there you have it, a nice, delicious pambazo. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my other videos, and if you're not already subscribed, please press that subscribe button. I'd love to have you. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you again on my next video.